Welcome back to the Elle Daily. I hope you're doing well. It is a gorgeous Friday here in Minnesota, so I'm happy. I'll tell you, today's messages was exactly what I needed to hear. So hopefully some of you are going to really resonate with this message as well. It's all about our alliances, the people that we collaborate with, whether it's work, family, friends, throughout the community. Our alliances are crucial. Sometimes we find that we grow out of our alliances or we change. And that's the other big word that popped up for me this morning was metamorphosis, which is change. I love that word, metamorphosis. Biology was my favorite subject growing up. And so I will say we are in this time of change, and I'm sure most of you feel it. If you're on this channel, you're watching this, you are one of those that is going through this change, that soul journey. That's what it's about, is growing, becoming a better version of ourselves. And the cool thing about metamorphosis, all of us, we have well over or near 50 trillion cells in our body that make up our body with water. And there is the ability for our thoughts to kind of change those cells, believe it or not. Like, I feel like I'm aging backwards. I will say that. But my mindset as I age is getting much better too. And I'm a lot more aware of the alliances or the people that I hang out with that are positive and that bring out the best in me. Part of that, though, is you'll see, and this week was hard because I can really feel this pull from one of my dearest friends. We've been friends for a good, I don't know, 12 or 15 years. And we actually have the same background where we're both single, no kids, never married, working professionals. So we have a lot of the similar interests, but for some reason, I can feel this pull, and it's hard because it can kind of feel lonely because she's kind of my go-to besides my sisters and my mom. And and I, not having a spouse, you don't always have that like wing person. Um, but where I'm going with this is it's okay. This is like part of the metamorphosis, or that change is important because I'm starting to find other friends that I connect with more. And so maybe you're feeling the same. Maybe you're sensing this shift, or if you've got kids that have maybe graduated and the people that you were hanging out with were the parents of your kids, so like they're friends, that connection there. But now that your kids aren't hanging out as much, maybe you're finding like, I need a new group. I need something fresh and new that's going to help me grow and be the best version. Not to say you can't always love and accept the alliances that you have came from, but you got to take care of yourself to know when it's time to move on and when it's time to create a new community, even if it's narrowing it down. I'm a big philosopher of less is more. Some of you, I know you thrive on greater, more relationships. That's perfectly fine too. So just know it's good for you. I know it works for me. And I find that the older I get, the more I'm just really keen on having those quality, good friendships where there's some depth. I don't like the surfacey talk, or when we're talking about others, it doesn't do anything for me. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to get together with a group of girls where you're making fun of other girls or just people. Like, it's like, I want to hear about you, like what's going on with you. So if you're in that department, and for guys, I don't know if there's any guys listening on the channel, but you might not have that same feeling. I think guys are simpler. I was at one of my favorite spots, outdoors, Fletcher's. It's just a nice little outdoor restaurant, and ran into a couple guys. I was there by myself, and they had met at a like trap shooting place or snowmobiling or something like that. And they've been friends for like 15 years. And it was like as simple as them meeting on the snowmobile trail, stopping at the same bar, and they've been buddies ever since. So I think guys are much simpler when it comes to friendships. And that's a good thing because they just have a different way of maybe bonding than some of us ladies do. And again, that's the differences between that feminine and masculine, which we all have the feminine and masculine in us. I know I have a lot of masculine energy as well, but I digress. The main point of this is check your alliances. My question to you is, where are your alliances in your life? Where can you foster more positive alliances? So if you're feeling like, yeah, I need some change, do it. I know for me, I'm like, I got to start getting out there with different hobbies, whether it's, golfing, pickleball, there's all these things that I want to do, maybe volunteering somewhere, but really be keen on knowing who your alliances are and which ones you want to focus on. And then my last question to you is something to think about on the whole aspect of change and metamorphosis. I talked a lot about I'm in the season of the butterfly, where the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, which can be a painful, hard time, right? And then gets out of the cocoon and comes into this beautiful change as a butterfly. That's one of the most beautiful metamorphoses I've ever seen. But this is what I want to encourage you about. So if you're seeing this change, embrace it. Embrace the changes that are happening around you and within you, and be ready to let them transform you. So this is an exciting time. And I'll say the best part about this for me has been I'm in this state of I have no idea what's going to happen with some of my things. Like I feel good in career. I'm confident when it comes to my money and my finance and just my home. But the area, actually, I'll show you this. I have a business coach that I've been working with, and he gave me this wheel to fill out. And I could have been a little more generous in some of these areas. My love, look at, I gave it a 1. So black is good. Black is what you want to see. And so I have a few areas that I'm like, I want to improve this. I was maybe a little harsh. Like I said, I could have gotten up in some of those. But one, I was like, you know what? You need to have more fun in your life. So here's my question to you. I want you to jot down how you're feeling, like rating on a score from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, how you're feeling career-wise. And even if your career is a stay-at-home mom or dad, or, that's still kind of your career. So judge that, not judge, but, so career, 1 to 10, family and friends, 1 to 10, significant other or romance, 1 to 10, fun and recreation, your health, how you feeling about your health, money, personal growth, and your physical environment. So, I scored very high in my physical environment because I always making a house a home. I would say in my personal growth, I feel really good. Like I'm definitely growing and becoming the best version, doing really well there. So I rated that like basically 9 and 10 for my environment, personal growth. Money, I was out of a job for a while, so I was dipping into my savings. So I did say, I could make some more money, build up that savings again, but I'm not worried about it because money for me is just like energy. It's easy, it comes and goes, and it usually just continues to build, and that's always nice. I've been lucky there. So if you want to know how to build up money, just reach out to me. I will teach you that part. Health, I'm excited because I feel like I'm focusing and doing the right things and feeling really good. So those areas were beautiful for me. Judge what's going for you, good and bad, and like how you want to work on those. It's just a good way to kind of help with your metamorphosis or change. So for me, I was like, yeah, I'm going to focus on getting out there and having fun, making the dating a little more fun. Like sometimes I think I can put pressure on it, or I'm maybe too quick to make a decision on a guy. I've had a lot of guys reaching out lately that were from my past that they dated me and they were pretty enamored, and then they would just kind of disappear or ghost. I don't like an Irish exit when it comes to dating. I mean, like Irish exits are good when you're trying to say goodbye and, you're like, oh, I'm just going to sneak out because I don't want to say goodbye to everybody in this room. But I look at it as like, these guys are coming back around, and I'm like, yeah, if you would have came back a little earlier, maybe I would have considered. But now I'm like, no, you squashed me back, last year. I have no desire to really reconnect with you. So those are kind of the things that I don't know why I just brought it up like that, but I was saying like the whole dating world, maybe I need to be a little more open about things, I guess is where I'm going with that. And then family and friends, you just heard my spiel there. It's like an ever-changing area of life, which I think is good because as we shift and we grow as people, some people, you don't grow at the same levels, or you maybe don't have the same interests, and that's okay. That's perfectly okay. So I'm just encouraging you to say, you know what, if you feel like it's a little stagnant, that's okay. This is just a part of that soul journey. Oh, and I didn't even read you the soul card. Let me read the soul card that I pulled. And then the surrendering, surrendering to the attachment of results. I think one of the best things that I've been really loving right now is I have no idea what is going to happen in my love life, like being in that department where it is low. I just feel like something great is right around the corner. So whatever department you're low in, if it is your health, it is maybe career, kind of surrendering to the attachment of those results, but knowing that your heart's desires are going to manifest. Like it will happen. So surrender to that trust, like just trust in the knowing that miracles do happen. And speaking of miracles, miracles is the soul journey card that I pulled this morning. So I'm going to read it quick and then we'll wrap it up. So card meaning, miracles occur in your life every day. Watch for them and embrace them. And I believe, to me, the transformation or the metamorphosis of a caterpillar to a butterfly is a miracle. Bees. What about bees? Have you ever watched like a beehive and how all of these honeybees come together to create this beautiful hexagon? And they are monitoring the temperature to keep it warm and cool, whatever it needs to be to make this honey. It's fascinating. I think bumblebees, not bumblebees, but the honeybees. I know some bees can be scary, so I hope you're not one that's scared of bees. Then you might not like my my analogy here. But that to me is a miracle. And they're also a great alliance. So going back to the alliances, they have this way of working together and communicating. They communicate with their little dances. So fascinating, and it's a miracle in my mind. So watch for those and embrace those miracles. As you notice and accept the small wonders in your life, greater gifts will grow in abundance all around you. And that's why I'm such a big believer of your gratitude. So I have my girlfriend made this one. I love it. A good friend of mine, the gratitude journal. I have bazillions of gratitude journals, but this one's more formal, which I kind of like. So get a gratitude journal or just write in your journal about what you're grateful for daily. Even if you don't write it down, acknowledge it. So your soul wants you to know, accept miracles, praise and celebrate them when they appear, no matter how small. Be open to allowing the Creator to solve challenges for you in mysterious and wondrous ways. Trust, so I mentioned that too, trust yourself, your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what you do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. So trust that you have chosen the right path and that everything will unfold. It says meeting has ended, but I think we're good. Everything will unfold as it should. And that is also letting go of the stress to it. Like, just don't even be stressed. Just know that it will manifest. So trust that everything is unfolding graciously and perfectly in your life, and let go of the fear and doubt. Yes, let go of that. Don't limit the way that miracles can appear in your life by having expectations. So I used to be one that has I still have high expectations or standards, but sometimes when you expect others to act the way that you would, or you have these expectations, it can maybe ruin the fun. If you can just go with the flow of it more without any expectations, it can be just so much more enjoyable. And I've been very grateful that I've been able to change my DNA or my beliefs there when it comes to expectations. So try to work on that if that's something that you're suffering from, like I used to. It's really great when you can not have expectations. Okay, so even if you're afraid, it's now appropriate to come out and open your eyes to new experiences, people, places, and things, forge new directions, and initiate new projects. Even if you're closed, or even if you've closed your heart because of pain or past wounds, this is the time to open yourself wide and full. And then be open for the miracles to appear, sources beyond your imagination. So yeah, my life is a miracle. I think the more that we believe that, even in the little idiosyncrasies, it's pretty amazing. So to wrap up today's message, it's really about the alliances, looking at who your alliances are. Do you feel that they're right for you on the journey, your soul journey that you're wanting to take? Do you need to maybe find some new ones, or do you let go of the others? That would be my first question. And then the final aspect is kind of the metamorphosis. Like, are you afraid of change, or are you just going at it full force? And then I will end it with the quote and the affirmation, but the readings were so fun today that I really wanted to focus on those. So here you go. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. And I think that is, when we are looking to change, sometimes there can be some failures along the way, or in any department, right? But if you just keep going after it, I think about all the times that I have failed. I've learned from it, become better for it, and just kept going. And I was like, oh, that maybe wasn't for me. That's okay. At least I tried it. So then your affirmation, I act on all possibilities as they present themselves. So yes, you just go for it. I am sending you so much love, and I will see you soon for the Elle Daily. Bye.